So it's been a while since I've created a video. Today I am going to do a Bachelorette simulator featuring all my favorite anime, fictional, video game boys. I was inspired by this one YouTuber, I forget her name, but she does all these Genshin Impact tier list videos that are really funny. I'm going to put her name on screen. So yeah, let's do this. So we have the Naruto category, which is Itachi, Orochimaru, Deidara, and Pain, which are bad boys. I love bad boys. My Genshin harem is Diluc, Kaya, Child, Zhongli, Dane, and Nouvellette. My Final Fantasy harem, oh my god, it was way too big, so I had to shorten it. We got Cloud, Sephiroth, Angeal, Genesis, Vincent, and Rufus. And not only that, we also have Gladio and Noctis. And then we have Lestat and Louis from Interview with a Vampire. Valtor is also here. We got Sirius and Lucius from Harry Potter. We got Legolas from Lord of the Rings. My Pokemon harem is also pretty big too, and I also had to condense it, so it's just Lysandre and Lance for right now. Then we have Finnick from Hunger Games, Spike from Buffy, and then we have the Fruits Basket harem, which is Hatsuharu, Ayame, and Shigure, and then we have Ban from Seven Deadly Sins. Everyone's going to act extremely out of character, and I am excited for this. So, all the characters are arriving in limos, and it is night one. So Orochimaru tells me he is excited and that I am a national treasure. Aw, that's sweet. Deidara is super nervous when meeting me and stumbles on his words. Yeah, I could probably see that happening. And Gio comes in a race car, complete with a helmet and a racing suit, and he gets the first impression rose. Just imagine him coming in a race car. Okay. So Lysandre has laryngitis and has given me a written note. Sephiroth sings a short song he wrote with his beautiful voice. Oh, lovely. Rufus arrives giving me a heart of lace. Oh, sweet. Kaya is very forward. He gives me a kiss on the lips so he could be the one to get the first kiss. That sounds like Kaya, alright. I could definitely see that happening. Lance arrives with a t-shirt of one of Kayla's stuffed animals. I don't have any dogs. I don't like dogs. They are my least favorite animal. We're just gonna assume it's a t-shirt of Oxo, because he's my favorite stuffed animal that I own. Nouvellette arrives incredibly charming. I whisper to myself and think that I met my husband. I mean, he was the first Genshin plush I bought, even though I hadn't even started the game. He's the one I got into the fandom in the first place. I had one look at him and I'm like, yep, I'm playing this game. Shigure arrives in a police car and hands me a pair of handcuffs. Kinky. Lestat talks to me in a fake accent in order to stand out. I mean, the actor playing him is not really French, so it makes sense. Spike arrives with a hot dog and says, I hope you like my wiener. I could surprisingly see Spike doing that. Itachi says that I need to loosen up and gives me a shoulder massage. Alright. Legolas says that I look even more beautiful than I do on TV. What a backhanded compliment you got there. Jeez. Pain arrives doing cartwheels and accidentally wipes out. Oh, God. Claude tells me that that he would bet that we'd end up together. He's really forward. Like, he's competing. Well, no, Kaya is the most forward. He just planted a kiss on my lips and, like, we haven't even spoken words to each other. Vincent says that he would love for me to meet his family. Gladio introduces himself to Kayla, shows him his tattoos. This is the one that makes the most sense. Louis arrives in a horse and carriage. That also makes sense. Sirius introduced himself as a down-to-earth guy who also likes to have fun. Yes. Ban says that he has butterflies. Alright, and Noctis arrives with a Juan Pablo not okay shirt. I don't know what that is, but okay. So we're at the rose ceremony, and I've never actually seen The Bachelorette. I have no desire to. It's not my thing. I thought, like, there's like 20 contestants, and like every week somebody would get voted off. But from what I learned from that one YouTuber, multiple people get kicked off per week. And it looks like, oh wow, okay. So it looks like Genesis, D-Luke, Dane, Lucius, Zhongli, Ayame, Valtor, Hatsuharu, Child, and Finnick did not get a rose. Oh man. So I decided to do a play-by-play behind the scenes. I recorded this after I filmed the entire video. And I wanted to see why all these characters got eliminated, because this generator is kind of lazy. Brent steals generators. They will use every character to their advantage, even if they get eliminated. Like, every character has something to do, and this one just kind of forgets about them and says, alright, these characters are eliminated, bye. So, on night one, how did these characters get eliminated? So, here's what I'm imagining. Zhongli, if you've never played Genshin Impact before, he goes on these long tangents of like these different stories. He's like a god, and like he never stops talking about his life. So his lectures would probably bore the shit out of me after a point. So that's why he didn't get a rose.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Shut up! Hey, look, this one was really hard, so I asked ChatGPT to give me some ideas, and the only one it said was like his stoicism would put me off, which to a point, yes, but I was hoping that we would rub off. I guess D-Luke and I just got into some sort of argument, and it just left him going home. Child, being the bloodthirsty warrior he is, he probably got into a fight with somebody. I'm probably thinking Itachi because he's like my childhood lover. So the two of them got in a fight, and he's stuck in this coma, this 72-hour coma, because of his Itachi's Mangekyo Sharingan Tsukiyomi thing, and Child thought he was so smart fighting him, but instead he just ended up in a coma.
Face me in person, man to man, and I'll always have a chance of beating you.
All these years.
Don't go yelling stupid things in the heat of battle.
How could it be?
You're still too weak. You don't have enough hate. And you know something? You never will.
Dane and I have an awkward dinner, because all he does is trauma dump. Valtor just non-stop talks about world domination. He doesn't understand why there is no magic on Earth, so he just... yeah, it just didn't work out. Finnick's also trauma dumping. Like, he just got out of the Hunger Games, okay? Like, he wants a break, and he doesn't realize this is, like, a breath of fresh air, but instead he's just like, oh man, everyone died. Lucius, being the racist fuck he is, just talks about how he's the superior race and I'm a muggle and whatnot, so that didn't work out. Ayame and Hatsuharu, the summer curse has not been broken yet, and I accidentally hugged them, so I was like, oh no, they turned into animals, sex is gonna be very weird. So they got eliminated. I don't know how Shigure got away with it, but those two are out. And then Genesis, you know Genesis, like he's just gonna read Loveless out of context every time, and it's just gonna drive me nuts.
Infinite in mystery is the gift of the goddess. We seek it thus and take to the sky. Ripples form on the water's surface.
Hey, funny guy! I got a joke for you! What smells rotten and puts people to sleep?
Noxious gas?
No! Your act!
Alright, so, I don't know how the group date works. I just assume that, like, I take half the house with me to some sort of outing and we go into, like, mini dates or something. So Vincent tells Angel that all the guys think he's rude and disrespectful. I see the opposite, but, Angel will be the one that's, like, telling off Vincent, because Vincent hardly speaks, but, alright. I am struck by the good looks of the caring qualities of Rufus during the group date. Okay. Sephiroth confronts Noctis, who's having a hard time dealing with all the stress. This is only week 1. We haven't even gotten to the stress-inducing parts yet. Kaya and Sirius discuss which guys they like and dislike in the house. Alright, I'm just trying to imagine. Okay, so who would Kaya dislike out of all? I think they would both agree that Rufus is the worst. Cause yeah, all of these... Oh, okay, it's either Rufus or Sephiroth. That's like their arch nemesis right there. And then Itachi is frustrated that he's not getting much time with me, even though he got the first rose of the week. So Sandra gets invited on a one-on-one date. We go on a romantic nature hike together, and Lance is also invited to go on a one-on-one date. Lance is surprised by an audience and slow dance in front of the group. Aw, that's sweet and also embarrassing at the same time. So it looks like Deidara, Spike, Shigure, and Cloud have been eliminated. So week 2, going home now, Shigure's secret is revealed. Now he turned into an animal and makes me feel very awkward. Cloud sets it straight with me, because he tells me, like, look, I did not want to be on this show, I just wanted money. And I was like, alright, I'll see yourself out. Deidara and Itachi get into a fight. Like, everyone's picking fights with Itachi. Oh my god. And it involves Deidara blowing something up. I don't know what that something is, but it's probably something personal for him to get eliminated. And then, Spike, he's probably, like, going through, like, season 4 or 5 Spike, where, like, he's just, like, wallowing over Drusilla the whole time. And, like, we're just going to a bar, and, like, he's, like, flat out drunk, and he's just talking about how amazing Drusilla is and how he can't have her anymore. So, that's why he doesn't get a rose. Alright, so this week's group date is Bon, Lance, Sirius, Sephiroth, Itachi, Gladio, Lestat, and Rufus. So Ben and Kayla decide to cuddle under a blanket. Aw, that's sweet. Lance tackles Sirius quite aggressively during a challenge. Oh my god. Sephiroth makes a good impression on me, even though he did not win the challenge. So it looks like Itachi's getting the first rose. Itachi and Gladio are not fazed by the fact that all the guys have to walk in mud and eat frogs to impress me. Okay. Lestat makes Kayla laugh several times throughout the day. I think he would just be, like, really horny the whole time, and, like, he wouldn't make me laugh. He would just make me, like, so hard. And then Rufus draws the other guys and Kayla with his magnetic personality. I wouldn't really strike him as magnetic, but okay. Kaya and I go on a helicopter ride while overlooking the city. I would be vomiting the whole time. And it looks like Vincent, Nouvelette, Louis, and Payne are going home. So day 3, there's like a collective trauma dump group. Like there's like a men's therapy group going on the sidelines that nobody was talking about that involves Vincent, Payne, and Louis. And Sephiroth is the mediator because Sephiroth is the one who helped counsel Noctis earlier in the game. So Vincent, Payne, and Louis, they're just too sad to be part of this game, so they all got eliminated. And as for me and Nouvelette, this is another one I had to ask ChatGPT about. I haven't gotten to his character yet in terms of the Archon quest. I do know he's a lawyer, and I know he's very stoic, and again, it was like, oh, well, the stoicism might put you off and whatnot, so let's just say there was no chemistry. Like, he was very absent during the group dates, and like, he just didn't want to participate, so that's why Nouvelette's going home. So, week 3. Angeal, Itachi, Orochimaru, Rufus, Lestat, Sephiroth, Sirius, and Kaya are going on group dates. Angeal and Itachi confront Orochimaru about the fact that he keeps pulling me away during their alone time with me. Yeah, because Orochimaru wants to do some weird, kinky experiments with me. Yeah. Rufus and Lestat confront Sephiroth about the fact that he keeps pulling me away to hang out with him. Yeah, Sephiroth also wants to do some weird, kinky stuff too, and everyone's jealous. Sirius gets the rose of the week, makes all the guys laugh, and eases the tension in the group. Kaya is frustrated that he's not getting much time with me. And it looks like Gladio and Noctis are oh no, Noctis is staying. Gladio isn't. Oh, okay. Sorry, Gladio. Noctis tells Kayla that he thinks it's unfair that he gets more alone time with Gladio. And Lysandre tells me that I'm the best looking woman that he's ever seen, and we have a wonderful time together. So Gladio goes home, Bond goes home, Legolas and Lance go home as well. It's a tight match. So the reason why Gladio went home is because I was told that I had to send someone home. It was not my choice to send him home. And the reason why I chose Gladio is because the entire date he was just complaining about Noctis. And Noctis is like having a genuine conversation, we're having a good time, and Gladio's like, why are you spending so much time with him? And it was off-putting, so that's why he's going home. Alright, so Lance suddenly remembers he has a job as the Pokemon champion and sees himself out. He's like, oh my god, you know what? I totally forgot. There are people waiting for me at my gym, and I've been taking a vacation. So, I'm just gonna go. You guys have fun. I guess he was just too intimidated by everyone. Bon has feelings for Elaine still, and he just really misses her. And he's like, you know what? This is too much. Okay, I miss Elaine. Elaine at least will love me, and there's no competition. You have too many suitors, okay? I'm just gonna leave. And then in terms of Legolas and me, so I actually never seen Lord of the Rings. I just find him very sexy based off the promos and the trailers I have seen. From what I understand, he's like this flower child, and I am a very indoorsy person, so I guess like during the group days, he's just like, I'm here, I don't want to do this, so yeah, this isn't working out for me, so he got eliminated. It's probably also because of that comment he made during the preliminaries about me looking better than on TV. So yeah, he's sent home. So now we're down to Sirius, Noctis, Lysander, Rufus, Lestat, Sephiroth, Itachi, and Orochimaru going on a group date. Sirius tells Noctis that he is sure that he's going to make it to the end of the show. Keep telling yourself that. I mean, I want him to, but I don't know. This competition is really tight. Lysander plays with my hair in front of all the guys. Dirty looks can be seen everywhere. Yep. Rufus begins to cry and Lestat comforts him to make sure it's okay. Oh my god. Okay. And it looks like Sephiroth gets the rose. Kayla is struck by his good looks and caring qualities of Sephiroth during the group date. Aww. Itachi and Orochimaru freak out when they realize they have to sing in front of everyone. Now I need context about this. So it looks like there's a 2-on-1 date with me, Angeal, and Kaya, and Kaya is the one remaining in the competition. Angeal and Kayla spend the day playing catch. They brought on a date where Kaya watches mildly annoyed. Somehow he ends up getting the rose. And it looks like the only one going home today is Angeal. Too bad. So this is another 2-on-1 date with a different twist. So instead of me choosing who gets to go home, there's a different kind of twist where basically whoever wins the game of catch actually moves on to the next week. And it looked like Angeal did not get that many good throws in there. I mean, I'm terribly coordinated. Like, I have no coordination whatsoever. I guess Kaya was just like, oh yeah, she struggles with depth perception. Like, I know a way around this and I can help her. And Angeal's like, she's fine. So that's why Kaya is moving on and Angeal is going home. So week 5's group date consists of Lysander, Orochimaru, Rufus, Sephiroth, and Kaya. Lysander, it's only in the morning. He already gets the rose. We cuddle underneath a blanket. I appear to be giving Orochimaru a lot of attention during the group date, even though I am cuddling with Lysander. That makes so much sense. Rufus is annoyed that he's not getting alone time with me. Sephiroth makes me laugh several times throughout the day. Most of his jokes are like self-deprecating humor about how he doesn't have a mom. Kaya makes a good first impression, even though he does not win the challenge. And it looks like the 2-on-1 date is with Lestat and Noctis, and Lestat is winning. He's going to the next challenge as we go into an escape room, and I guess Noctis got like eaten by zombies or something. And the ones going home are Noctis, Sirius, and Itachi. Oh my god, my childhood lover is going home. Yeah, no, Itachi was my sexual awakening, so I'm so sad. Now, the reason why Noctis goes home, it's not because I had to choose one or the other. He actually got eaten by zombies in the escape room. Like, nobody was predicting that. It was going to be a choose one, but then it was like, oh shit. Welp, looks like we have one dead contestant. Sirius is being a sad boy. I like sad boys. I don't know why. I like the aloof exterior and whatnot, but I guess, like, it's too much. He just got out of Azkaban. He's like, oh, you know, I'm going through shit. I don't think I'm ready for this. And he just leaves. And then Itachi and I, we realized we weren't meant to be. Like, we've known each other since middle school. And Itachi's like, you know, you were so much cooler back then. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna go. So, I don't know what he saw in me back in the day, but I guess I'm just too much for him. Sephiroth, Rufus, Lestat, and Kaya are going on a group date. Rufus tells me that Lestat's only here to get famous, and he does not care about finding love. That makes sense, and it looks like Lestat is getting the rose anyway. Sephiroth reads a poem about love. Kaya makes me laugh several times throughout the day. Yes, that makes sense. And Lysander is invited to go on a one-on-one date, but he gets eliminated as he's not as friendly as I remember. He makes fun of me the entire time and the other contestants. I am turned off, and I don't give him a rose. But not only is he going home, Orochimaru is going home. So it's pretty obvious why Lysander's going home, but Orochimaru is going home too because I found out he's a little too kinky for me, like avoiding the safe word kinky. And that is not cool, so bye. So now we're down to the final four, which is Lestat, Kaya, Rufus, and Sephiroth. This is where we visit their hometowns, and we're going to France, we're going to Mondstadt, and I don't know where Sephiroth and Rufus are exactly from. I know they're from Midgar, but, like, can they be a little more specific on what they're from? I mean, like, okay, yeah, Rufus is obviously from, like, the Shinra Mansion. But that's not really, like, a territory. But anyway. So in France, I guess Lestat's family is still alive. Either that or they're all vampires at this point. After meeting Lestat's family, I walk through Lestat's neighborhood. He tells me that his family loved me, and I am overjoyed to hear this, but also worried that I might hurt him later. I wonder why. Kaya introduces me to his sibling, which is just D-Luke, who was here earlier, unless he has more siblings that I am not aware of. Everyone seems to click and we get along very well. I fit right with Sephiroth's family. Okay. I tell everyone to imagine life together in a big family unit. The night ends with a passionate kiss. Oh, lovely. No, I'm just imagining this bonkers family dinner with like Hojo and Genova and like all the other failed clones and whatnot. Like Genesis is there and Jill's there, and it's just like this weird, awkward family dinner. Rufus shows Kayla his hometown, including the waterfront trail where he has his first kiss, and we make out in the same spot. However, President Shinra shows up and questions my intentions, and I leave the night a little bit frustrated. Yeah, that makes the most sense out of all of these. So no one goes home this week. So moving on. Everyone goes on one-on-one dates now. Sephiroth reads me a note that he wrote before we even met. He watched me on TV, and he knew that I was perfect for him. So maybe he watched that one episode of America's Funniest Home Videos. Like, I wasn't a contestant. I was just in the audience. So maybe he saw that. He's like, yep, that's the one. I was only 13, by the way. Kaya initially questions my feelings for him. By the end of the night, they are left kissing with no more questions. I mean, Kaya and I are just going at it. My God. Lestat also reads me a note. He also saw me on TV, that one episode of America's Funniest Home Videos. And Rufus starts freaking out heavily about the other men. He has a hard time connecting, and he decides to go home. Alright, so fantasy suites. I don't know what that means, but, okay. Lestat plays catch with me with a football, and we take a walk. I appreciate the lightness of the moment. I can't imagine Lestat and I playing football, but okay. Kaya throws me on his shoulders, and we go for a walk. I love the playful side of Kaya. They nervously await what may or may not happen. Sephiroth declines my invitation to the suite and decides to go home. I wonder what I did to upset him. Alright, so now we're on to the finale. And I don't know how I should do this because it's already grayed out. It doesn't make things very intense. I'm supposed to just read it. So Kaya tells me that he's innocuously in love with me. He is smitten but also nervous. He ends up talking and asking for my hand in marriage, and I say yes. Lestat is dressed for his potential engagement proposal. He pours his heart into his letter, which seemingly is going to the end of the proposal. However, I stop him mid-word, and he looks rejected. Ultimately, I'm in love with somebody else, and I apologize to him. I'm actually relieved that I am marrying Kaya. Marrying Lestat would be just a terrible mistake. It would just be like an eternity of pain. So that was my harem's rendition of Bachelorette. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm also working on this really long video series where I rank anime and video game boys based off attractiveness, similar to my Shall We Date series. I don't know when it's coming out. I've been working on it for months now. Anyway, until next time, your edgelordess.